in Woodstock, Kentucky, we found that the more we turn our American oak barrels, the better the bourbon tastes.
Highlights of the race. Courtney made a very, very good start. Getting some air in the Jack Daniels entry. This was the brush of the wall that took the mirror off for Tander, but it was even harder for James Moffat. Shane van Gisbergen makes the move on Garth Tander early in the race. He would be a factor at the end of it. So would Tander. Courtney, we saw Jamie Whincup hit those tyres. That was risky.
A bit lucky to get away with that one, wasn't he? What a weekend for these guys. All that pace and all that promise for Volvo. And then today, thwarted by an alternator drama. All day long, Van Gisbergen was just marching along. And they stuck to nice, standard, straightforward strategy in there at Techno Autosports. With their 2 stops for Shane van Gisbergen. I think he was having a little fiddle with his cool suit apparatus at that stage. Lee Holdsworth, unfortunately, got wide on the grey and found that wall down there. And when the safety car intervened, then all the strategy plays got mixed and varied, and some decided to turn it into a 3-stop so they could minimise the amount of stationary time later, and others went for the standard 2-stopper.
Hard luck for Lee Holdsworth on what had otherwise been a pretty consistent, pretty solid start to 2015. Roger Penske watched on. Marcus Ambrose had qualified in the top 10. He finished 12th today.
Leaving the lane.
Jumping on board the HRT entry as it battled with Todd Kelly, and there was contact between the 22. Adrian Burgess. Here's Bright on Kelly as well. That left him vulnerable to Craig Lowndes as well. Bright at turn 9. Kelly got back underneath. Meantime, it started to build. Pit stops and strategy moment there for Tander. That was all that the 97 needed. Van Gisbergen, the 2013 Clipsal champion. And he really pushed hard here with James Courtney. There was contact, showing the smarts. Looks like the redress there, and they got back on with it. Couple of curb strikes. He went right to the limit at the end there. James was able to keep a few of those up his sleeve, and then this within sight of the finish line. Big one in car 6, and remember, Pro Drive Racing Australia had repaired that car overnight to be ready for today's 250 Ks. He goes back to back. He joins the likes of Marcus Ambrose, Mark Scaife, and of course Jamie Whincup. Fantastic day, and Courtney finds himself at the top of the championship standings, heading into the next championship round, which is of course in Tasmania.